Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another podcast episode. Welcome to the FIFA Flow podcast season 3, episode 22 of the podcast. Today guys, we got the big match day, as you guys know, the El Classico. We got Man City, Liverpool, we got the Le Classique. On top of that, we're going to talk about the Serie A as well. I want to talk about the Napoli game, as well as the the AC Milan game. We got the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich 5-1 or 5-0 game. We're going to talk about the goals there. And then we also got UCL predictions. We got Chelsea and stuff, like in the Premier League. We got a little football at the end. Today, guys, we're just going to we're going to do post-match talks about the big games we had this weekend. One of the best days, not just for football. Like, we had some insane basketball games, some insane American football games, apparently. So just all around the world, sports. Today was sports day. Literally, today was sports day, guys. As I said before we get into the video, make sure you have the FIFA Flow podcast saved somewhere. I just wanted to note something. Last time on the last episode, last Friday, I said, oh, I made a mistake. It was meant to say episode 21 here, and then when I went to publish it, I just realized I still named it episode 20, even though I said, oh, it's meant to be episode 21. So I mean, I don't know what I was doing. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, it is 22 today. I'll make sure to fix that to 21. But I just wanted to make like a note there. But yeah, other than that, guys, make sure you have the FIFA Flow podcast saved somewhere. I didn't really put when I'm gonna upload a podcast here. I was gonna say I was gonna put it today on Sunday for tomorrow on Monday. But then I just decided, let me just upload one today. Let me upload it today while all the games are today. I already have more knowledge than I will tomorrow. Like, I don't have to rewatch it just in case I forget and stuff. So, and today, I have all this hype and stuff about the games and stuff. So I just want to do it today on Sunday. That's why I didn't really put it yet. But guys, let's get right into it. Let's start off. What do we want to start off with? Let's start off with the El Clasico, guys. Barcelona losing 3-1 to Real Madrid. What a game this was. A la Madrid. 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 So yeah, guys, a la Madrid. Real Madrid have won 3-1, and what a performance. I won't say what a performance by Madrid. I mean, to be fair, they played well, but Madrid did not play good. Okay. I don't know how am I gonna explain this. Madrid did not play what am I trying to say? They did not play UCL style format. It's like, when you compare Madrid to when they play in the UCL, they play outrageously good in the UCL. So this one, compared to a UCL type game, was different. They definitely still did really well, but what made them look good as well is they still performed really well. Valverde was really good. I think Alaba, Militao, they were pretty decent as well. The midfield, Tchouaméni dominated the midfield. Unfortunately, they did run Kroos and Modric. I think Kroos was a bit off. He still performed really magisterial, but he was still a bit off. And then what's his name? Yeah, Vinny did pretty good. Honestly, Vinny kind of got pocketed. Not really pocketed, but I think Koundé did pretty decent to defend and block Vinny. He did pretty decent there. Overall Madrid did really good. But when you're playing a team this bad compared to Barcelona, you can tell the thing that made Madrid look good. I'm saying they played well. And the reason it looked like they played well was because Barcelona absolutely were they were horrendously bad. They They got Eric Garcia, who doesn't know how to defend. They got that Balde guy who I guess his to be in a position sometimes he's good. He can not really block or get the ball from Madrid, but he's positioned himself well. That's what I'm trying to say here. Is he's able to be in the way of the defender, not necessarily block it and take it from him, but he's at least in front of him to make him go a different direction, in another pathway, instead of going you get what I mean. Instead of going through the net, he has to go around him instead. So positioning Balde is good, but defensively he was terrible. As I said, Eric Garcia was bad. Who was the right back? Oh, Sergio Roberto. So he was pretty decent. I think the best player in that back line had to be Koundé. I think Koundé marked well. He marked Vinicius Jr. well. His defending was pretty solid. Physically, he was solid. Not solid enough to block Benzema's goals and stuff, Valverde's goals. But overall, he did decent, guys. So let's talk about the. Okay, other than Barcelona, so that's Barcelona's backline. The midfield was horrendous. They're playing like 35-year-old. How old is he? He's like dead now. Dead Busquets. They're playing Busquets, who has like no legs. He literally has no legs to run. As I said, defensively, his awareness is good. He can read the game. But this guy is so old that like even if you have the knowledge to read the game, it's pointless because you won't be able to use that effectively to because you're so old, man. He has 0 legs. Like, man, what the heck am I watching? Like Busquets in the midfield. Like, surely you run Kessie, man. What is Xavi doing? Put Kessie. You're buying you buy these new replacements for a reason, is to play them. And then I think the best player in the midfield had to be Frenkie de Jong. Even though like there are some moments where he wasn't the best, since he had Busquets and Pedri, who's like not overrated, but he's still not the best. He's 19 years old. The best one out of these three who looked bad, the best one out of the 3 looking bad ones had to be what's his name? Frenkie de Jong. And like sometimes he was decent. Another flaw in this problem is, let's talk about why Barcelona. Okay, let's talk about the goals first, and then we'll talk about why they lost. So let's talk about the goals, guys. Karim Benzema in the 12th minute going for a goal. So it's Vinicius Jr. going down the wing, gets past Sergio Roberto. Koundé tries to block him, and I think he kind of did. And then it like rebounds off Ter Stegen's arm. So Ter Stegen goes to grab it, just couldn't get the best like grab on it. Rebounds back out of the box. Barcelona's backline tries to go cover the net. And then it just goes past them. They couldn't cover the net well enough. And then Benzema just barely on the 18-yard line hits it in the back of the net. Bang! What a goal for Real Madrid there, guys. Lewandowski missed. Like, this guy is he is a low club stat. He's a stat merchant, guys. He's a low club goal merchant. He just stat pads against low clubs, guys, because this guy missed the easiest open. All he had to do literally is crossed in, or not really crossed in, like a low driven cross, like to his side of the box, to the left side of the box, like over here. I think it was like Rafinha or someone who like passes it here. I think Dembele or someone missed it, and then it's Lewandowski left, and he misses he doesn't miss the ball. He hits the ball, but instead of like he's literally 1 meter away from the net, and he misses the net. So this guy, he stat pads. He's a goal merchant against a low division club, or not low, low tier clubs, low ranking clubs in the La Liga. So this guy, man, all he had to do, get a simple touch, a soft touch. He hits it too hard, or like the rebound goes too much on him, and it just goes up instead of straight in the box, man. Like 1 meter, man, 1 meter, and he misses. I'm like, what the heck, man. 1 meter. But yeah, guys, great. I guess very, very lucky for Real Madrid. If he had scored that, he would have made it 1-1. And then we go to the 35-minute, guys, where Valverde scores a absolute banger goal, guys, outside the box. He didn't even believe it himself. He's like, because, man, every time Valverde scores a goal, he is brilliant. And at this point, guys, like this season, even like after his performance last season, coming into the season and still performing that well, in my opinion, Federico Valverde has to be a top 5 midfielder in the world right now. I have to say he is a top 5 midfielder in the world. He is a versatile player, right wing, a midfield, a right wing back, a right back. He can play all along that right side, and not just on the right side. He can play left wing, left center mid, central midfielder, even CDM. I reckon he can play CDM. Left wing, he can play. Most likely he is better on the right, but overall he's a versatile player because, like Conte, he is running everywhere around the pitch. He never stops running. He's running everywhere around the pitch, and that's why he's like fit everywhere. Defensively, he's really good. Physically, to get the ball, he's insane. His finishing is pretty decent. His ability, his vision is getting better. Like that vision. I mean, to be like I was gonna say like the vision, like that pass he made between Van Dijk's legs in the UCL final. But after the match, he said he was trying to take a shot and it was just bad. So, but still, that ability to like I guess you can say I don't know, not vision, like, but to be fair, his vision is getting better. Like he's taking chances. His passing is good. Not necessarily vision like to create a chance, but his passing is good. His shooting is good. Everything about him is good. He's a very versatile player, which makes him a top 5 midfielder in the world. We don't really see that many versatile players. You could say Verratti is like the 5th place player. Verratti not really a versatile player, but this guy's a passionate player. He's really good at dribbling. His passing is good. The play with the team is really good. His defending is really, really good. In the Le Classico, which we'll talk about earlier, he was the one who got us to that goal. He was the main, like he was the start towards that build-up of the goal. So we'll talk about that later. But Valverde he has to be in that top 5 for sure. At least he has to be in the debate for top 5. You could say he's not in the top 5, but at least to like even if he wasn't in the top 5, at least compare him and debate him in the top 5, and that's still enough. Surely top 7 though, no ways. And if you do say he's not in the top 5, name the other 4. For me, if I'm saying he's in the top 5, I'll put him at I'd say KDB is first for the best midfielder this season, and then who would you put second though? I mean, yeah, you could put Valverde. No. I'd say KDB first. Maybe you could put what's his name? I think Foden. Would you consider Foden as a cam, a midfielder? We'll put Foden second. Personally, I put Foden second. Valverde third. Verratti fourth. Wait, what did I say? Valverde was fourth? No. I think yeah, I really don't know. I think for sure KDB first. Foden, if you consider Foden a cam type center mid type player, he does tend to drop back and defend a lot, so you could consider him a center mid. I think KDB first. Let's put Valverde second. Foden third. But man, there's so many good like Serie A, man. Like you got Çalhanoğlu. Who's that other guy? Zielinski. So they're pretty good as well. But yeah, guys, overall Valverde has to be high. He like no matter what, how you rank him in your top 10, your top 5, he has to be a highly rated player. This guy is really, really good. So yeah, that is the first half. Benzema scoring in the 12th minute. And then in the second half, guys, Benzema scores an absolutely screamer goal, guys. This guy Benzema, he's getting his Ballon d'Or tomorrow. We have some news here. Karim Benzema is a huge favorite to win Ballon d'Or. Courtois, Lewandowski, and Mane aiming for high finishes. Karim Benzema has won the Ballon d'Or. Benzema will win the Ballon d'Or by the highest margin in history. So that is crazy, guys, to be under the shadow of Messi and Ronaldo in the La Liga for like the past what is it? Like almost 8 years now, 7 years. And now Messi left the La Liga. He got to show himself. He is the king of Spain. He's the king of Spain. He was always the top G of football. He's the top G in Europe. He plays for the best club in the world, and now having the biggest margin, the most points for a Ballon d'Or victory in in Ballon d'Or history. That is crazy, man. That is crazy. So the top G, Karim Benzema. Look at this. And just seeing this picture is just incredible, man. To see Benzema hold it. Benzema, look at this. Did Benzema? Lunin posted this. Loon. Yeah, I think everyone knows at this point. Holy, look at this. Imagine telling Benzema before he joined Real Madrid, when he was still at Olympique Lyon, saying, "Oh, you're gonna join Madrid. You're gonna win the Champions League, win the La Liga, have the best season ever, and then win the Ballon d'Or." Imagine, guys, who would have ever expected that? But yeah, guys, going back, guys, Benzema scored an absolutely screamer goal in the second half. He scored it out. Unfortunately, it was offside. He made a really, really good run on this side, on this side here. Unfortunately, it was offside, cuts inside, and makes a really good shot outside the box with his left foot. What a strike! I was like, unbelievable. I think Ter Stegen did get a hand on it, but then it still rebounded in the back of the net. Unfortunately, it was offside. And then, guys, I'd say in the last quarter of the half, in the last quarter hour of the half, last 15 minutes of the half, of the second half, Barcelona played better. I think they had some more press, and that's one of the reasons why Barcelona did terrible in the first, like, for the whole rest of the game. For the whole, like, other 75 minutes of the game, the reason why Barcelona were playing so bad is because their midfield, they got Busquets, Pedri, and De Jong, who was De Jong being the best one of the three. Even though they still play bad, he was the best one, not like the least worst one of the three. They had no press in the midfield. Yes, they have the capability to have that awareness, but can you use that awareness effectively to press against a team like Real Madrid? And they didn't. They had no press at all. Even in the backline, no press. But going back, I think in the last 15, like in the last quarter hour of the second half, or not last quarter hour, the last quarter hour of the game, they had the last third of the game of the second half. I think they played better. They had some more press. There was more, like, you can tell there's a lot more fouls at the end. There was more press from Barcelona, more chance created. When Ansu Fati came on, Ansu Fati was a game changer in Barcelona's attack. Now, okay, let's get into why Barcelona lost. And then, Rodrigo went on to score a penalty. But that was because of Barcelona's problem. So let's get into these problems. Let's get into, like, let's talk about Barcelona, how they played, and how Real Madrid played, guys. Barcelona played absolutely horrendous. The last 15 minutes, I'd say they played better. But overall, they played horrendously bad. So Ousmane Dembele and Rafinha is just not ideal. It's not an ideal. It's not ideal to have both of them playing at the same time, because the problem with Barcelona is they have no good finishers. You could say, like, Dembele is, like, sometimes he does have some good finishes, but you cannot necessarily trust him the whole time. And the problem with Barcelona having no good finishers, you got Dembele, not a finisher, and Rafinha. The thing with Dembele and Rafinha is they're very similar players, chance creators. They're the guys who are creative players. And the thing, like, the reason why it's not good that they have no good goal-scoring finishers is because the only good goal-scoring finisher in Barcelona's team is Robert Lewandowski, or you can say Robert Lewandowski now because he's ghosting everything. And the problem with only having Lewandowski as the only goal scorer in your team is it makes it easier for the opponents, because knowing that, but you only have one good finisher, which is Lewandowski, I only have to worry about marking Lewandowski, making sure he's in a bad spot. Another thing that makes it's not just Lewandowski who's the only goal scoring finisher. If Lewandowski is the only goal scoring finisher for Barcelona, it makes it easier for Madrid to defend, because they're gonna say, as long as he's nowhere near the ball, we should be fine. Except for that one chance where he missed a 1 meter goal. That's one thing, is only having one striker, one finisher. They can just mark him, and then they have no other good finishers. Secondly, is the thing, like, even with Lewandowski being the only finisher, he is a good player. He's a highly rated player, but sometimes he's just too high. He's too deep in the box. And the thing that makes the problem with this is it allows Militao and Alba to press up a bit, and to press up, it makes them offside and stuff. So that's a huge problem. There is Lewandowski, the only goal scorer, and even though he's highly rated, he is good. I don't know if you can really call him good now. Individually, he's good. If he had a good team behind him, he would have been good. But now this season, since he's playing with this Barcelona team, it's making him also look bad. But individually, he's good. If he had a good team behind him, it would have been good. That you can technically you can say that for anybody if you have a good team behind you. If I played in the Man City, if I had a team like Man City behind me, technically I can score. You could say that for any player. But yeah, that's a problem with Lewandowski, is he's not positioned well, and he's the only goal scoring, the only goal good finisher that Barcelona have, which makes it easier for the opponents to just mark him, and then they're fine for the rest of the game. Rafinha, as I said, Rafinha and Dembele are not finishers. They're more of a creative player, and to play like someone like Dembele on the right, Rafinha on Dembele or Rafinha, to play one of them on the left and the other on the right just doesn't work out. I think it doesn't work out to play both of them. Xavi has to only play one of them. But I have to say, after Ansu Fati came on, Ansu Fati was a game changer for Barcelona in the last 15 minutes. This guy, his dribble, and the reason we don't really see this a lot from Ansu Fati is because, of course, injury. He's very injury prone. But when he gets the chance to play, he's really, really crazy. He's inevitable. This guy, he was the one who assisted this Ferran Torres goal. He makes the run past Carvajal, or I think it was past Militao, goes over Militao. Lewandowski tries to do like a back heel to keep on like letting the ball go forward, and then Ferran Torres at the right side here gets it in the back of the net. So to create that chance by Ansu Fati game changing in the attack in the last 15 minutes of the game. As I said, Dembele, Rafinha just doesn't work together. The midfield was horrendous. Eric Garcia, man, this guy. I know I said last time in that UCL game against who was it, against Inter. I know I said that he was the best player there. But with him being the best player, he was horrendous this game. Jules Koundé was the best player in the backline this game. Eric Garcia was the reason why they conceded this penalty, is because he went to do like a challenge, but instead of like getting the ball, he stepped on Rodrigo's leg, on Rodrigo's foot, and then the play went on, but then VAR looked into it. The ref paused the game, and then he went to check it, and the penalty was given. So everything about this team is just so bad. They cannot create, like, I guess creative chances. Rafinha and Dembele is good, but they don't have any good finishers. Their midfield is horrendous. They do not know how to press. They do not know how to defend a single ball, a single counter attack. Everything about this team is horrendous. Now, did Real Madrid play good, or was it because of Barcelona's gameplay? Was it because of Barcelona's horrendous gameplay today that made Madrid look good? I think it's a bit of both. Vinicius, he played well, but he did get kind of like not really pocketed. He got like, he was well covered by Jules Koundé. He was decently covered by Jules Koundé, so he did kind of have a difficult time. Benzema played outstandingly well. I think Valverde, as I said, he played really, really good. He's a versatile player. He's a top 5 midfielder in my opinion. In the midfield, the best, I said it last time, if Real Madrid run Toni Kroos and Luka Modric in the midfield, they wouldn't necessarily be screwed. It just wouldn't. I think they had better options. Run Camavinga, maybe run Tchouaméni, Valverde, and Luka Modric in the midfield, and then start Rodrigo at right wing instead. I think that would have been a better option. But I think the best player in this midfield for Real Madrid was definitely Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni is such a good player in the midfield. Even like Modric and Toni Kroos said that they highly rate Tchouaméni. So Tchouaméni, outstanding midfielder this game. Physically, defensively, to get the ball out of their half was really, really good. Or just not to get it out of their half, but to get possession of the ball, he was really, really good at that. I think Toni Kroos played pretty decent as well. Not really. I mean, Luka Modric played good as well, like usual, but didn't really see much from Modric. I think Kroos was the better of the two. I know I said only one of them should play, and since both of them played, I think Toni Kroos was the better of the two. And then in the back line, yeah, Alaba, man. I know last time I said, because we made so many predictions last episode, so make sure you go watch that as well if you want to hear my predictions. But this is just a post match, so after my prediction. So last episode I also said that Alaba, he did fall off. He's kind of not the same as last season. He's still a really good defender, but compared to last season, it's kind of like less, like he's kind of like went down. But he's such a good, like, to be able to know when to make an offside trap, all of that. Like, he is the leader in the back line. Defensively, he may have not, compared to last season, he kind of fell off. But like his awareness, his captain, his leadership in the backline is really really good. So like that was another good play from Real Madrid. Overall, I think Lunin made a few decent saves. Overall, I think it was mainly Barcelona. It's not necessarily Madrid who did good. They did play well, but the thing that made them look really good was because of Barcelona's horrendous gameplay. So the reason why Barcelona lost is not because of Madrid. It was because of themselves. So yeah, they're going to the Europa League. They lost this, and now they're 3 points behind in the league. I said if they do not win this league, they are gonna be like they're actually mudded club. Going to the Europa League, that's one thing in itself. And now to not win the league, going down to the Europa League and not even winning your league as well, letting Madrid go back to back in the La Liga, and maybe if Madrid win the Champions League again, letting Ancelotti hold the title after being like brought to the club for one season is not well at all. It's not good at all for Barcelona. And now that Barcelona are also knocked out of the Europa League, it makes it even worse. So they need to get back on the field, but like the thing is, like who do Barcelona have? I don't even know if they have Villarreal, Atletico. They got Bayern this Wednesday, and then or next Wednesday, Valencia, and then it goes to, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be really. It's gonna be a difficult time for Barcelona. I don't know if they'll get back. I don't know if they'll get back to a close like point difference that easily. For between Madrid and Barcelona, I don't know if it'll be that easy for them. And like the thing, I know I said like Madrid or Barcelona have no good attack. Like in the finishing, their only finisher is Lewandowski. Rafinha and Dembele, they have the ability to finish, but the thing that makes them not not like show that finishing ability, that goal scoring ability in the match, is because of Barcelona's defense. When your defense plays bad, the attack also plays bad, because the attack is going to feel, oh, I need to hold the ball. I'm going to play it slower so we don't lose possession, because then if we do lose possession, our defense is bad, and then we're going to get conceded on. So when your defensive is bad, it gives the attack less confidence. So yeah, overall, yeah, crazy game. And like, if Barcelona lose this game, or even I think a draw is enough to say that Barcelona need to get their stuff sorted in this next match against Villarreal. If they lose this match against Villarreal, you can clearly say, or even draw this match, you can clearly say that they need to get stuff sorted. It needs to get sorted now. Like there needs to be some plan to get sorted like during the January transfer window. But if they lose that, they need to get even sorted even quicker before January and stuff. They need to get sorted. They need to get their stuff together. I don't know what it is for Barcelona, and honestly, maybe like they have to say that Araujo. They need to like thank Araujo, man, because Araujo is like, now that Araujo was gone from the national week, I think it was like a few weeks ago from the national games, Araujo got injured. And now that he wasn't able to play, before when Araujo was playing, their backline was insane. But now that Araujo wasn't there, we got to see how bad they were with Piqué, with Eric Garcia. So I think like they really gotta, like, this game really showed that Araujo is a beast. Like they really gotta thank Araujo for being the player he is, because that guy is crazy. And now that they don't have him, they've been performing really really bad. Even in the UCL, I think that's the main reason. Maybe if they had Araujo, they would have done better. So yeah, guys, and like, yeah, as I said, they have Villarreal. They got Atletico. Who else do they got? Valencia. These are going to be some really difficult games, especially after losing to Madrid, getting knocked out of the Champions League, going to the Europa League. They're probably going to have a very bad defeat from Bayern, so that's going to put even less confidence on them for these upcoming La Liga games as well. So they're gonna the difference of points between Madrid and Barcelona is gonna be bigger because of all these effects that are gonna affect Barcelona. And on top of that, what is I gonna say? On top of that, you got the World Cup upcoming, and we saw how many injuries Barcelona got during the last nationals, which was a few weeks ago. Araujo, Koundé, almost got injured. We already saw the effect of Araujo not being able to play, is losing to Inter twice, and losing to Real Madrid. Koundé, who did decent. I think if Koundé wasn't playing, they'd do even worse than they already played today. So the last Nationals really affected them. And now with the upcoming World Cup, this November 20th, less than a month away, or almost like a month away, with the upcoming World Cup, it's going to be worse because we already saw what happened last World Cup. They had so many key players like Araujo and Koundé get injured. So now with this World Cup, it's going to be worse. Their whole team's going out. No league games at all. It's a longer period, so it's just going to be a nightmare for Barcelona that they hope that none of their players get injured for like a long time. So that's all they got to hope for. But you can't really say like, oh, I'm going to play for a France team. I'm gonna play in the World Cup. I'm not gonna get even if I get like tackled, it won't be that long of a tackle. The thing about the World Cup is the tackles are not any tackles. These tackles are gonna be harsh tackles because you're fighting for the World Cup, man. You're fighting for the World Cup. So it's not just gonna be a soft tackle. It's gonna be harsher tackles, which lead to bad injuries, which will lead to Barcelona not having enough good players and then losing the games and then losing the league and stuff. But yeah, that is the La Liga there, guys. Let's talk about the League One. I want to talk about the Premier League after this match, guys. Guys, PSG, what a team! What a team we were this match. Easy say Paris, guys. I'd say the stronger half was our first half. We had some really good chances in the first half. 23 shots versus 18, 8 shots versus 7 shots, guys. Trust me, guys. You guys call it the Farmers League, guys. As a Paris Saint-Germain fan, the Le Classique never misses, guys. Even last season, that game like near the end of the season, even that game against Marseille, it was a banger game. And this game was a banger. It never misses, guys. So let's talk about the game. The first half, we get some really good chances. Mbappe had a few good chances, which unfortunately he missed. But honestly, fair play to this. What's his name? Rui Patricio? Is that? I know he's like a Portuguese keeper. I just didn't know which one. Yeah, Paulo Lopez. Fair play to this guy. This guy had some pretty good saves in the first half against Mbappe. So yeah, unfortunately Mbappe did have some opportunities that he missed. He was in a good position to run. Like he was open and stuff. Like Marseille's backline were very vulnerable to Paris Saint-Germain's counterattack. So very good there from Paris Saint-Germain. Lionel Messi, guys. Lionel Messi had a really good free kick in the first half. Hit the top bin, hit the top bar, and instead of going in, it went out. It hit the top bar and went out. Went back out instead of going like top bar in. Went top bar out. So very unlucky there. What a free kick by Lionel Messi though. But you can clearly tell having this Lionel Messi was very different. Is a very different way we play. We play such a better football. And guys, man, these aliens, man. Last episode, I said we should switch to some sort of 4-2-3-1, or like we should switch to a 4-back to have more players in the attack. Or I guess a 3-back has more players in the attack. But I said we should switch to a 4-back, get some more midfielders and stuff, get some more creative players up top. And look at this, Galtier played to a 4-back. So I think this 4-back played really well. As you guys can tell, Ramos did not play because Ramos has a two-game suspension. Marquinhos did pretty decent. Danilo Pereira, not the worst, but I think last game in that Benfica game he played way better. Hakimi and Juan Bernat, they did really decent as well. This midfield here, Vitinha, Marco Verratti, and Ruiz Diaz, I found it very good. As much as I'd like to play, as much as I wanted to play Renato Sanchez, when Renato Sanchez does play, he's kind of a fraud. But when Fabian Ruiz played, he was pretty decent. This midfield is really good. Vitinha, like usual, goes up the pitch. Attackingly, he's good. Not like finishing goal scoring wise, but like defend. He has some ability to defend, a bit of an ability to get up the pitch at least. Maybe not score, but to get up the pitch, to dribble on the ball. Physically, he's pretty decent. To pass the ball, to create the open spaces to his teammate, he's really good at that. And same with Fabian Ruiz. And then Verratti is the main guy in the midfield, defensive guy in the midfield. So I found out that with this formation, we got way more attack. Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz got up the pitch a lot. They were kind of like our wingers, kind of. These two are our strikers. You could say it's like a 4-3-3. What did I consider this? 4-3-1-2. So yeah, 4-3-1-2, 4-3-3 with Neymar kind of being that striker guy. So yeah, I found this formation very more effective in the attack. Maybe there's some scenarios in the defense, but I think defensively we were still pretty decent. Defensively, we were definitely equivalent or maybe slightly better than in a 3-back. And then, not just like equally or even slightly better than the 3-back, in attack, it was way better than in the 3-back attack. We played way better here. I don't know, is it just Messi or is it the way the formation we played? I think it's a bit of both. Messi is just irreplaceable. And I think it's just the way we played, the formation we played, the players we played. Let's talk about the goal as well in the 45th minute. Neymar, guys. As I said, Verratti, top 5 midfielder, and when we were talking about Valverde being the top 5 midfielder, I mentioned Verratti being the start of the attack to this goal. Verratti, guys, goes in. Not necessarily the best, not necessarily a clean, like not necessarily the cleanest tackle. A bit dirty. A bit of a dirty tackle there. He almost got injured. He got a bit of an injury there, like on his leg and stuff. But he went in for the tackle. It goes to Vitinha, I believe. Vitinha. It was either Vitinha or Ruiz Diaz. Either way, they both played well. They played really well. Once they got that ball, they played really well to pass it quickly to Neymar Zito, and then Neymar, or I think it was to Messi. They passed it really quickly to Messi. And then Messi gets that ball, passes it to Neymar, and then, let's take a look. I think, who was it? Or to Mbappe. It might have been, I don't quite remember. Oh yeah, it was to Mbappe. So yeah, I think Verratti went in for that challenge. Vitinha got the ball, passed it to Mbappe out wide. As I said, Mbappe, in Marseille's 3-back, this attack was really, really good. They were very, very vulnerable to this attack as they're very open and stuff in that 3-back. And that's the problem with a 3-back. So yeah, Vitinha got the ball after Verratti's challenge, passed it to Mbappe out wide, and then Mbappe cut inside, passed it to Neymar. Neymar just gets it to the opposite side of the post. Almost missed it, but luckily hit the post and went inside. So very, very good goal there. Yeah, now that I saw that assist by Mbappe, now that I knew who assisted that goal, I remember exactly how it was played. Went out wide to Mbappe, cut inside, and Neymar got a 1-touch on the ball. Went to the right post and then almost went back out, but luckily it went in. So yeah, very good game, very good counter, very good start from a challenge from Verratti there that led up to a goal. In the second half, I think we didn't play as good as the first half. But yeah, there was a red card. The second half was way more dirty football. Marseille tried to put more pressure on us. There was more attack from Marseille. As I said, I think that attack was caused by the pressure that they put on us. There was that red card, of course, causing from that team press and stuff. It was more of a physical, more of a competitive foul type game in that second half. Overall, I'm very happy with this game. In the attack, we were brilliant. As I said, it's not just Messi. I think it's a little bit of Messi who changed this attack, as well as the formation we played. I love this midfield here. This midfield, I mean, my two favorite midfielders right now in the Paris Saint-Germain team, Verratti and Vitinha. But this addition of Fabian Ruiz made it even better. I think he played, sometimes when Fabian Ruiz doesn't play with Verratti and Vitinha, he isn't really the best when he gets subbed on sometimes. But when he started this game with Verratti, with Vitinha, he played much better. He felt more confident that he had a defensive player like Verratti with him. He had a creative player like Vitinha. So it wasn't like he didn't have to stay back the whole time. He had someone like Verratti with him. And he can kind of play that 1-2 with Hakimi. He doesn't always necessarily have to go up a lot. He can stay back if he wanted to. And Hakimi would go around him. They do a 1-2. Like Hakimi does a 1, makes a run, and does a 2 there, and then they cross it in. So I think that's why this formation is very effective, because there's many ways. We're very good defensively. Verratti, Fabian Ruiz, this backline here, Juan Bernat, as well as attackingly. We have this 3, the magisterial attack. Vitinha, not necessarily the best finisher, the best goal scorer, but he has some ability not only to defend, but some ability to attack. and then these fullbacks can also act as a more wide players, and that's what makes it like a 4-3-3 as well. Or like you can say, yeah, this is what makes it more like a 4-3-3 is because or even like a 4-4-2 is because Mbappe and Messi kind of seem like a striker, and then these guys go out wide as a winger. So you can kind of say it like that as well. A 4-4-2. These guys, I don't know, not really a 4-4-2. What formation would that be? Like maybe you can say like a 3. If Verratti kind of stays back, these guys would be like the 3 center backs. You got Vitinha, Neymar, and maybe you can say like a 3-4-1-2. It's kind of like that 4-3-1-2, 4-3-3, 3-4-1-2 because you got these wingers going up 3-4-1-2. Neymar 4-3-3, kind of like that striker type player. And then what I say 3, and then yeah, also the 4-3-1-2, which played really good. As I said, everything about this formation I loved. The effectiveness this formation had, and the way our players played this match was different. We played different compared to last match. So good that we're getting back on the feet. If we play like this for the rest of our games, we should be good. Hopefully we can do the same thing in the Champions League, play good football together as a team. And like even though we didn't score like more than 1 goal, we still had goal scoring opportunities, goal scoring chances. Fair play by Paul Lopez, but to have that ability to just get a shot on target is just good enough. It's enough. That is enough. Now we just got to improve on finishing better. So not just to have the ability to create a chance to score a goal, but to also get the goal in the back of the net. So yeah, that is the League One game right there, guys. Premier League, we got the Premier League football here, guys, for you today, guys. Today, guys, we had Man City, Liverpool. Walk on. How does the Liverpool go? Walk on with hope in your heart. You will never walk alone, or something like that. You never walk alone, or something. One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities I got, like, or whatever that song is, the Dua Lipa song, guys. Liverpool, of course, we have to have the Liverpool chants in the podcast. Liverpool, guys, played outstanding football. They played really, really well. I think in the first half, the team with the more attacking chances had to be Man City. Haaland had some really good chances, headers, but the headers just didn't go in the direction he wanted them to go. They just went right to, like, there's this one header near the end of the second half. Good assist, good cross in by Kevin De Bruyne. But he went the header, it went straight down to Alisson. I think he wanted to aim for far post, but it went straight to Ederson. So unlucky there by Erling Braut Haaland. But in the second half, it was a crazy game, guys. It was a crazy game in the second half. We had Liverpool, Man City. There's some crazy chances. Liverpool had many chances in the second half. Salah, or as I say, Mo Pala, guys, had a really good chance, but somehow he missed it wide. Technically, you can say good keeper, good awareness by Ederson, because he barely got a touch on it, and even with getting that touch on it, somehow it was still a goal kick. But yeah, Mo Pala had a chance. I think it was assisted by Henderson. Mo Pala going on that breakaway, went to try it. It was a one-on-one, and you guys already know that Pala's one-on-ones, like, he's always gonna go around the keeper, like a little finesse type chip around, and gets it in, barely gets it into the back of the net, and that's what he's known for. But somehow Ederson blocked it, and then yeah, somehow even with him blocking it, he somehow got injured as well when Ederson blocked it. Even when he blocked it, it was a goal kick, and so the possession went to Man City. And then since Man City got possession, it led to a counter-attack, or not really a counter-attack. It went to Man City got possession, Man City had the ball, and then they got a goal off of this. They got a goal, but it was offside, not offside. It was almost offside. So Haaland was struggling to get the ball. I guess they tried to pass it to Haaland. It was a kind of bad pass with Fabinho, and then he kind of like tugs Fabinho to get the ball. He gets the ball, goes for a shot, and then it like Alisson blocks it. It rebounds back. Phil Foden is there to get. He gets another shot on it. The rebound. Joe Gomez, who did really really good at right back, tried to block it. He was hoping that the rebound it would deflect off him back out. Instead, it deflected back in. And then Phil Foden got the goal. So yeah, it was almost offside by Phil Foden, but I guess they checked that and it wasn't. So then they even checked earlier before that offside, and they checked that Haaland had fouled Fabinho. So then the goal was ruled not off. The goal was ruled out. So that was there. Man City almost had a chance there. And then guys, Liverpool. Alisson gets the ball. Alisson playing. I think it was after this goal. After the goal that was ruled out, I think Alisson had it. He picked it up. He booted it up. So Alisson got this assist for Salah. He booted it up. It went to Salah, who was onside. And then Salah just does a ring around the rosy, turns around, goes on yet another one-on-one. This time, instead of missing, he gets it in the back of the net, and Liverpool score at home. It's a W there by Liverpool. And I was supporting Liverpool because if Man City had lost, Arsenal's difference would be by 4. So now that they did lose, Arsenal's difference was by 4. I think honestly Liverpool played pretty decent. They didn't play that like attack, and they didn't play that press and stuff. They played pretty good. Trent getting subbed on near the end of the game as well, guys, who almost had another chance to score as well, but of course it's Trent, guys. He's literally the Liverpool Maguire. So yeah, Trent almost had a goal. Guys, Darwin Punez, not even Nunez, Darwin Punez, literally, man, this guy, he's so selfish, man. He had the easiest chances to give an assist to the midfield and score. Salah could have easily scored another 2-3 more goals. Or not 3 more goals, another 1 or 2 more goals. Because of Darwin Nunez not passing it to him, he didn't, and he just lost the ball. So, like, what is Darwin Nunez doing? Overrated, fell off player. But yeah, if you guys go over here, if you guys see who the goal was assisted by, assisted by Alisson, guys. That's just hilarious to see the goalkeeper involved in the goal. We saw this last season as well when Alisson got that header in the end of the game. It was the last minute of the game. I think they were drawing 1-1. I don't know who it was against. And then it was a corner, last play of the game. Alisson got the header, and then that header got Liverpool into the Champions League. If we go and look at that, if we go look at the table here. Okay, never mind. There's something like, or I think there's a season before. Yeah, here, guys, see? Yeah, I think it was this over here. But, I mean, even if they did draw, it wouldn't have been that much, unless Leicester were winning or something. I don't know quite how it was. Oh, never mind. I don't remember exactly how it was. All I know is that that goal got them into the Champions League. So it was crazy. It was a crazy goal there. So yeah, now he got an assist. It's just so funny seeing these like goalkeepers being involved in the goal. But yeah, crazy game by Liverpool City. I think Liverpool played well. As I said, if they did not play the way they wanted, like they had to counter City's tactics, and they did it. They didn't do all that press and that counter attack. They played like differently. They played like in a different format, and it worked out. Joe Gomez at right back was really really good for them. Van Dijk pocketed Haaland, guys. Haaland is honestly fell off. It's like last season when we said in the beginning of the season, everyone said Mohamed Salah is winning the Ballon d'Or. He went crazy in the beginning of the season. Po Salah, Po Pala. But then later on in the season, he wasn't as crazy. He was still a crazy player, but he wasn't as crazy and hyped up as he was in the beginning of the season. So it's kind of like the same thing with Haaland right now. Haaland, he went crazy, and now he's kind of fell off, not scoring in these big games. Not even scoring in that one game against, who did I play last week? He didn't even score against Southampton, man. Or he didn't score a hat-trick against Southampton. You expect Haaland to score like a hat-trick against Southampton because that's Southampton and Haaland, man. But now like Haaland kind of fell off. It's as I said, he was kind of like Salah last season, where Salah did good in the first half, and now and then he didn't necessarily fell off, but he still did good, but he didn't do as good as he was in the beginning of the season. So same thing with Haaland, guys. Van Dijk pocketed Haaland in this first half, or not in the first half, in the whole game. Van Dijk pocketed Haaland. So Very, very good by Van Dijk. You guys already know Van Dijk, like, our Liverpool's defense this season not doing the best. So to show up in this match, really, really good. That is that game there. Arsenal winning against Leeds as well. They're really, really good there, guys. Bukayo Saka, I did not watch this game, but just wanted to mention that. One game I did watch the highlights of was this Chelsea game, guys. Honestly, Chelsea did really, really good this weekend. Mason Mount was on fire. He carried Chelsea, getting all this hate and stuff. If Kepa did not play in this game, Chelsea would have lost 6-1 to Aston Villa. Kepa went crazy. He got like a block. There was this one part where he got a block. It rebounded back. He blocked it again. It rebounded out, but one of the players got it. So he rebounded yet again. Like this guy, man. And it wasn't just that one moment. He had so many good saves the whole match. Kepa. Yeah, this guy here, Kepa Arbiz, whatever his last name is. But Kepa, the Spanish keeper, had a really, really good game against Aston Villa. Really good blocks and stuff. Yeah, honestly, Aubameyang, Sterling did really good. I think Sterling did good. But yeah, man of the match this game had to go to Mason Mount. Positioned himself well for that first goal. And the second goal, the beautiful free kick, guys. The beautiful money Mount goes ahead and gets a beautiful free kick. Top right bins. Gets a nice free kick. So yeah, beautiful there. And that puts the table at, yeah, now Arsenal with the 4-point difference. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's absolutely freaking go. So yeah, that is the Premier League there. As I said, today's video is just going to be post-match talks. Not really like any predictions or anything. Only UCL predictions, but no like football news and stuff. Serie A, guys, we had AC Milan versus yeah, this team here. Not a bad game for AC Milan. They had a few good opportunities. I think Oliver Giroud had a few good chances. Did not see the goal. I saw like some of the goals earlier, but like I don't quite remember them. But yeah, I think I remember Oliver Giroud had a few good chances. He was playing that match. But guys, Napoli had a really good game, guys. Napoli yet again. I'm pretty sure these first two goals here were own goals. Was it own goal? What is it own goal? Juan Jesus. Who's Juan Jesus on this Napoli team? This guy here. Maybe not an own goal, you can say, but it was a deflected goal. I guess they didn't count it as an own goal. So the Napoli goal, this first Napoli goal, yeah, the first Napoli goal, they went for the attack, and then one of the Balgor, what's the name, Bologna team, one of the defenders blocked it, but instead of it deflecting out, it deflected in the back of the net. So I guess like it wasn't an own goal, it was just a deflection, and they counted it to the guy who shot it. Same with the first yeah, so that was this goal here, and then same with the second goal here by Juan Jesus. And then Hirving Lozano getting a little chip shot. Don't quite remember this Musa goal, and then of course Osimhen getting a really, really good goal in the last minutes. Somehow this goal. Okay, so what happened? It was this guy here, Rui or whatever. I think it was him. He did like a little chip over to the goat here, Kvaratskhelia or whatever his name is. Somehow, I don't know, he almost lost it. He somehow was composed, got the ball, passed it into the middle of the box to Osimhen, and Osimhen scored. Guys, Napoli this season, Zielinski had a really good chance as well. Napoli this season, not only are they playing well, they had some really good signings who are paying out. This Kim guy, the South Korean Kim guy, and Dombele is doing really good. Raspadori, what a signing he was. I knew him from last season, just didn't know he went to Napoli, and he's having a banger season in Napoli now. This Kavar, this Georgian guy, like these guys, they had some good signings, good prices as well, low prices, and they're paying out really, really well. They're winning the league, not just winning the Serie A, but they're also like doing insanely well in the Champions League group stage as well, against Ajax, against like, who are they with? Liverpool as well. I'm pretty sure they're with Liverpool. So yeah, Napoli are doing insane. So yeah, that was a huge game there for Napoli. I saw the highlights there. Same thing with the Bundesliga. Bayern Munich had a really good game, 5-0 against I think they're second place. I think they were second place. Now they are third place team. Freiburg, guys. Bayern 5-0 win there. The first goal by Serge Gnabry, somehow I think it was crossed in. Davies had a shot deflected back out Serge Gnabry doing a little chip. Choupo-Moting with the second goal. Leroy Sané. Was Leroy Sané the chip one? It could have been Sané with the chip one. I think Gnabry had that header one. He did like a huge, like it was a huge distance, like near the penalty line, and then he did like a huge header. Sadio Mane get on with another chip, a through ball, and then Sabitzer near the end of the game. So nothing really I wanted to talk about. Just wanted to talk about the goals. Show you guys it was a big game here today because Freiburg were in second place. Bayern were in I think third or fourth place. But now they went up to second. Still have a 4-point difference, but from Unai Berlin. And man, you guys already know this happens yet again every single season. Dortmund, Eintracht Frankfurt, Freiburg, Unai Berlin, like all these teams, RB Leipzig, they always perform really good in the first half of the season, and like Bayern perform very bad in the first half of the season, and then when it gets to December, Bayern just get back on top of the league and win it. So that's why it's so boring. Is because yes, in the beginning of the season, there's some bit of competitiveness with Bayern doing bad and stuff, like oh finally they might lose, but then when it gets to December, Bayern just get back up top. So yeah, crazy game here. They're probably gonna get back up before the World Cup, guys. This week or next week, I guess. We won't make predictions yet. Let's skip predictions for today. I want to wait for the next match days because next match days will affect what I think. Like depending on how they played the Barcelona Villarreal game, depending on all those outcomes, I want to talk about how they will affect. Like maybe if Inter play bad, then maybe they have a slim chance to lose against Victoria Pleasant. Probably not, even if they play bad. But like playing bad in the Serie A for Inter is probably playing good for Victoria Pleasant. So, but you never know. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about how it will affect them. I want to talk about like Juventus. Maybe Juventus not making it through. Atletico Madrid, Ajax, Napoli. I want to talk about all of that after the next match day, and then based off of the next match day, then we'll make predictions for this one. So yeah, this is October 25th, which is what the heck, Discord, which is yeah, next week. So yeah, we'll talk about these next week. Before we end off this video, before we end off the podcast, let's do the usual photo that we obviously do all the time. Let's do today's challenge. Let's start off with the goats, guys. The goat here, the Georgian goat. Of course, that nationality is not really the best, but we do get the league and stuff. Not a left winger as well, so it can't be someone like Vinny or something, or Ansu Fati. Let's go with Lewandowski. We're talking about Barcelona today. Okay, so not La Liga player as well. Money Mounts. Let's talk about Mason Mounts or Salah. Let's do Salah. I think Salah had a pretty good game today. So he's in the Premier League, not a right winger. Mount is a cam. He's English nationality, not Liverpool, not Chelsea. Maybe Man City. We could do Foden. He did score a goal, but it was ruled out. Not Man City either. Wan-Bissaka. Did we go Wan-Bissaka? Not United. We're halfway through our attempts. Arsenal. Let's do Saka. I mean, no, it's not a right. Oh, he's a right mid though. Let's try him. Arsenal. Ben White. Do we go? Or Ramsdale. Let's go Ramsdale. It's probably Ramsdale. Let's go. Easy. Ramsdale there, guys. Ramsdale. We guessed the player. Guys, end off the episode. We had our post-match talks. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Crazy games today. Next episode, I think next episode will be next week, guys. Nothing really, unless there's some crazy news, like if there's something I want to talk about regarding football news, then maybe I'll get on the podcast in the middle of the week on Wednesday or Thursday and talk about it. But most likely, no podcast until next Monday or next Sunday. And then next Sunday we'll do post-match talks on the next match days, as well as UCL predictions. No UCL this week. Tomorrow we do got Ballon d'Or announcements, but that's pretty obvious going to Benzema. So check out my personal Instagram. I'm gonna post quite a bit about him as well. But yeah, guys, yeah, next episode. Just stay tuned on the podcast Instagram, the main Instagram, as well as the FIFA Flow football website, guys, because like I'll post it somewhere here on the scheduled page of when the next podcast will be. For now, stay happy, stay positive, stay flow, and I'll see you later. Peace.